So without wasting much of time, I welcome our chief guest, Mr. Tahir Khurshid Raina, who is heading the civil and criminal justice system of the district. It was on his directions that the program was arranged over here because every day he sees how this menace of drugs has spread into our community. So he felt that pain. That's why he said that he wants to interact with the students because this is the target population. No? Because it's the youth which is mostly getting affected because of the drugs. So without wasting much of time, I request our chief guest, Mr. Tahir Khurshid Raina, to interact with the students. Thank you.
Our esteemed principal, Govt College Kulgam, esteemed staff, teaching staff of College Kulgam, learned public prosecutor, learned advocates for participating in this seminar, our doctors, who are the expert speakers on the topic of discussion today, and my dear students. That today's discussion, which has been organized under the aegis of District Legal Services Authority, is on the topic drug abuse. Since morning, we have been listening to the experts on this subject. I am not an expert in the sense that how the disease or how the drug affects the body and how it cripples the person and how the drug use becomes abuse of it. That entire aspects, I hope, have been dealt with by the experts since morning. And I hope you have enjoyed that very discussion and they have apprised you much on the subject. I have come to know that the legal aspects of this disease and the menace and how it has been made a criminal act in the society, that has also been sufficiently addressed by the experts, especially our bar president and one of the prosecutors, Mr. Zahid, has also done all those aspects. So far as this part of the drug abuse and this menace is concerned, that how it has made crime and how the offenders are dealt in the courts. You see, why we have chosen the college as the place where we have this very seminar on the subject of drug abuse. The reason being that we have our young students in the college. They are mostly in their teenage, and they are the mature class, and after their graduation, they are going to enter into the society. They will be the young graduates who will be the ambassador of the message and who needs proper grooming. You see, I was very bent about this very issue, this very menace, because before a judge, the entire society, the mirror of the society, that is in the court. You can see the society, that how it behaves. Everyday happenings, how the people are transacting interacting with each other, what is their character, where they are heading towards, this entire gets reflected in the court. Now you see how it gets reflected. Reason being that we get variety of cases, and in every case there is one offender, one accused, and that very accused is coming from that very society. So on daily basis, I have different nature of cases before me, and when I make a survey of those cases, the offences which I have before me, which I am dealing every day, what I observe that so far as the cases pertaining to drug abuse, they are being dealt under a particular act that is called NDPS Act. That is, abbreviation is the NDPS. What is the abbreviation? Yes. So these very cases which comes under the ambit of this drug abuse which have been codified as offences under this act, NDPS Act, I am having the standing of 14 months here as a judge. And in these 14 months, I have brought one survey with me. Around 122 youngsters belonging to 90% plus who belong to this program. In 2021, I have sent them to jail. And in 22, half of the year has completed, and 88 to 90, around 90, they have been sent to jail. And they all are mostly, they are the young people. Young. Now you see, they constitute the human resource of our society at large, and especially of the poor. Human resource. And this very human resource is behind the wall. They are in the jails. Various jails of the state. Some in Anantnag, some in Baramulla, some in Kupwara, some in Jammu, Kodpalwar, some in Kathua. They are in different jails. Now the crime which they are committing, it is not that directly they are using some weapon of offense and assaulting another. The nature of crime which they are doing. First, they themselves are becoming victim of the crime. And second, they are making others the victim of the crime. And the gravity of crime, you understand, from this observation of Honorable Supreme Court about this very crime, that this drug abuse, they don't kill a person in a day. They kill the people every day. Every day there is a death. And not death in this sense that he has immediately been eliminated from this world. He has died. He has died. He every day dies means that when his body is crumbling, when he is parasite, he is unable to do anything. Not only he dies every day, his entire family dies. Can you imagine a situation when a young fellow who is a student, who is supposed to be in a classroom, who is supposed to be busy with his books, who is supposed to be building his career, and he has got addicted with drug. Drug addicted. He has become drug addicted. Instead of becoming a books addicted, he has become a drug addict. Now let's feel the situation that his parents, who have built castles of dreams for him, that tomorrow he is going to create a big name for us in the society. He is going to be our hope in the society. He is going to carry our name in the society. And suddenly what they feel, that the one who is sitting in his room and the parents are feeling that he is studying, he is building the career, he is going with the hope and a picture of hope for them, for the whole clan. He is not actually studying, but he is just sitting in the room, taking drugs, and he is just unconscious. What will happen to that very patient? His entire dreams crash. And not only he becomes worried for his studies and career, he becomes worried about his very survival. His very survival becomes at stake. This is what is happening right now. Our society has crumbled to such an extent. I will give you two examples. Just 2 days back, I was in district jail, Anantnag, to take account of how the things are going there, how they are being reformed, and their other needs, how they are being addressed by the jail authority. And there also I shared these two examples with them, and they were wordless. I hammered on their conscience. I give you two examples. One is of the student. I will not cite from where, in which college he is studying, in which school he is studying. He is a student. And such a capable student he is, that had he not been indulged in these menaces, I can predict about him that he can be at a very high position in his career path. The way he interacted with me, shared with me his thoughts, but unfortunately he became a drug addict. And you see, that was the painful moment for me when his mother came to me in my chamber. And you know, his bail application was filed in the court because he was in the jail, and there was a bail application before me to release him on bail. And during the pendency of that bail application, that unfortunate mother came to me. And you see, what do you expect? What should I have said to me? To release my son. But she was wailing and crying. And she prayed not for the release of the son, but to remain behind him. Can you imagine the situation? That a mother, who is the symbol of love, if we have to get a unit, if we have to, how much love he can carry for you, someone, we can say that 100 mothers, 10 mothers, 50 mothers' love is equal to this. The measuring yard is the mother's love, not father's. Father's love is not the measuring yard. The measuring yard is mother's love. And the mother was before me, who was wailing, crying and praying before me kindly keep my son inside the jail. Because his release will entail lot of problems and even can lead to his death. Even can lead to his death. If he will remain inside the jail, he is safe. So his survival is possible if he will remain in jail. The moment he will be out, he can do anything. He was even helped to the survival of the mother, even sister, and whatever articles and other things, other small assets they carry. He is threat to those assets also. Because I don't know what's the cost of that, these drugs, or these narcotics. From where he will get? He's just a student. If he has to buy that, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 per gram, from where he will manage the money? And what he does, what was revealed to me, that probably he is now committing thefts also. So a student became a drug addict turned thief also. And then threat to many others. Such persons can be used for any crime by the perpetrators of the crime. They can be used for any other crime because once he becomes a drug addict, doctor is here, she will speak on this topic. She will deal more appropriately. I am not the expert of the field, as I said at the very outset. Once a person takes that drug, he has the urge then that when I will take again. For seconds, for minutes, for hours, the doctor will tell you, he will remain in a very thrilling situation. When he takes a drug, he remains in a thrilling situation. And after some time, he again gets an urge to take it again more. And when that urge he has got, if he will not get that very drug which he used to, then he has pains. And then that pain will get subside only when he will have another dose of that very drug. So he becomes helpless. The moment he becomes addict, he becomes helpless. Helpless in the sense that unless he will have that dose available, he cannot survive. He will not behave in a stable way. His entire conscience will gets crumbled. You will not find him a normal man behaving in a particular situation. He will get frustrated. He will not be meeting people. He will be a student, he will not be joining the class. So all normal behaviors which you are expecting from a normal human being, that gets absent immediately, that gets missing immediately from a drug addict. So to behave normally, he needs drug, and for needs drug, he has to purchase drug, and when he has to purchase that, of course, he requires money. From where he will get money? For that, he will do any damn thing to get money. Even if he has to, sell his, personal assets, the family assets, he can go to any extent because he has to survive. And his survival now depends upon the doses of the drugs. So the mother was wailing and crying. I'm interacting with you not in some lecture as if there's some, no. I'm giving you some citing you some examples. That is why I am here. I am citing you some examples. The first hand experience I have got of this example. It is not just simple and theoretical lecture which you will be getting from me. I will be citing the examples which I have. So what is happening in this society? So you have heard the example of a student and the mother, that how she behaved. Why they are doing? Now there is one more addition in that, in the family who has come here. Mother along with wife. Now the mother and wife has come before me. And it's a coincidence that the case of Mr. today also. What they told? Again, a very heart-wrenching story. The mother was weak. And now, the wife was also. They have a grown-up daughter who is studying in 11th, and other grown-up kids. And Eid, we have, is the festivity of Eid is around, it is approaching now. And every child wants to have the company of the parents. They have to buy new clothes, all that. Other family issues have to be addressed. Even those who are posted at foreign place, they even, their children, their family members, they are waiting that when he will be coming back on the Eid or any festival, so that they can have a real or a taste of festivity. And here is the occasion. I am giving an example that mother and wife of the accused, they were seriously adamant that up to Eid he should not be released. Up to Eid he should not be released from the jail. Now just is the second example. Now, this is the situation which is prevailing in your society. Then finally, I made them to realize this fact that I want him to be released because law doesn't permit me. It is not that the law has to move as per my whim and wish or your whim and wish. There is a prescribed procedure and the court has to move in accordance with that very procedure. And as per the mandate of the law, I can't keep him behind the bar for such a long time. I have to release him. I have to release him. Otherwise, it will amount to violating right to life of a person. I can be held responsible for that. That how can you violate the right to life of a person? He was there for more than 2 months in the jail. Finally, I apprised them. I got them ready to welcome him. I counseled them that why he is required to be out and how you have to address him now. That you have, what the Gandhiji said, hate the crime, not the criminal. Hate the sin, not the sinner. Because our present day penology is a science which deals with the punishment. And even our jails, they are not based on the theory of retribution. Rather, they are based on the theory of reformation. Hate the crime, not the criminal. You have to, somehow he has got indulged in this crime. We should try to bring him out of this very place. Instead of just blaming him so sincerely that ultimately he feels that I am the neglected lot of the society, And even such criminals, they will commit suicide also. They have become a patient. I am talking about the drug addict, not the perpetrators of the crime. Drug addict is a patient. I told them that if he has become a drug addict, he is a patient. Treat him. Instead of neglecting him, abusing him, rejecting him, you should treat him, console him, welcome him, so that he may get reformed and he becomes the most important. He is otherwise an important member of the family, rather the pillar of the family. By rejecting him, the whole family will crumble. So that way, finally he got released. Now, I have not given him the absolute bail, rather the interim bail, meaning thereby I am fixing some dates, so that on that very day he comes before me with any of the family member. Sometime with the last date he was with the sister. Next date I have directed him to be along with to come along with the mother and wife, so that I may get feedback from them. And my concern is that gradually he will reform himself. Because if I am having apprehension that if I will be giving him the absolute bail means that he has not to come before the court so far as the bail is concerned. Then he will feel free and may get indulged again. But once it is an interim, he has to come before the court again and again. After 5 days, 10 days, then he will think 1,000 times before doing this crime again. So these are the two examples which I have cited before you. That even the one who loves you the most, your mother, even they are coming before the court, they become compelled by the conduct of their son that keep him behind the bars. Now I have already quoted the figure that 122 young persons of this district in 21 and 88 to 90 in 22 I have sent to the jails. I have not done it by feeling some a great feeling that I have done something great. It has not given me a great feeling that I have sent them behind the bar. It has pained me a lot. It is that painful situation which I have got, which has brought me before you and to interact with you, you being the youngsters and educated youngsters, to know the gravity of the problem which is prevailing all over the state, the UT, and especially in the South Kashmir, and then if I zero down, especially in the state. Do you see? The future of the society can be gauged from which is the yardstick to know about the future of any society, that where you are heading towards. Okay? If your human resource is behind the bar, they are the human resource who have to change the destiny of this society, who have to change the destiny of this state. If they are crumbling, if they themselves have become parasites, you know, they have become parasites. They are completely parasites. So the one who himself needs help to move ahead, how can he help others? How can he be the harbinger of hope? How can he will be the leader of the society? The one who is a drug addict, who is a parasite, whose survival depends upon others to feed him. You can well imagine what is the future of this society. So with that very message I have come today with you, that this is what is happening around. one of you belongs to a particular family, and that family consists of parents, brothers, sisters. There is a very pathetic and painful situation prevailing here. So far as the drug abuse, the menace of drug is concerned. And this very strong statement is coming. It is coming out from the mouth of the principal district judge, that the society is at the brink of disaster. Your foundation is becoming very weak. And for that, you have to rise to the occasion. नई दुनिया बनाने को नए अवसर नहीं आते, कोई फरिश्ते नहीं आए, यही जर्रे बदलते हैं. आप ही को खड़ा होना है. You have to rise. You should not simply pass the buck that it is for the police to see and check. It is such a menace which has to be eliminated right from the family. The process of elimination of the menace will start from the family. The unit of the society is a family. Because whosoever has got indulged, he belongs to a particular family. The counseling has to start from that very place. What the police will do? Police can simply nab him and put him behind the bar. What more can do this? Police will simply nab him and put him behind the bar. But if you have to treat him, if you have to counsel him, for that it is the family which has to play the pivotal role in his reformation. And not only the reformation, rather nip the evil in the bud. With that very approach you have to work. In your family, if you find that you have the youngsters in the family, tell them, aware them, counsel them that what is this menace about and how seriously it is going to affect the life of an individual if he unfortunately gets indulged in it, and the society as a whole. This counseling process must start from the family. Don't expect that the government will do, the police will do what they can do. Can a SHO move 24/7 with a person? Can he guard him 24/7? Not at all. If someone has got indulged and he has made his point that I will do this, what a SHO can do or police can do? He can manage, he can dodge any person. If he can dodge his parents, he can dodge anyone. But he is not realizing this aspect that finally, who will be at loss? He himself will be at loss. You see, the problem is this, that choice. I have sent my son to the college, but what company he will be having, I don't know. He is now the part of this seminar right now, sitting over here. I don't know what is his company. You have to make the company. You are creating your company. The situation is like this. There is a fire around. There is a fire around. You don't know about the past of someone. Because for the first time you are just meeting in the college, in the school, in the higher secondary, or even in the market, even in the gym centers, in the sports stadium. Think many times before making him a friend. Don't become so friendly, so spontaneously, so abruptly that tomorrow his company creates a lot of problems for you, and you unfortunately get indulged in such menaces, which ultimately bring bad name for the family and cripples your survival and blacken your character. I am saying this because there is a fire. So drug abuse, I term it as a fire. It's a fire. It's for you to make choice that how you will ensure your safe journey ahead. It's gravity, as I said earlier. You probably may not be able to appreciate the gravity. But think of those parents who are compelled by the situation to such a level that even they have to buy the drug from the market and provide it to the child for his survival. This is the climax of the situation. That poor father with a rolling tear on the cheek going to the market, managing these capsules and all that, bringing it at home, giving to the child who is lying unconscious in the room, who is broken, who is crumbled, and just to give him some sigh of relief from that very pain he is having, that capsule is providing her the force. This is the pathetic situation. And this is how you can realize that where the society is heading towards. If last year, 122 I have sent to jail of the whole year. Now see how the number is increasing. This time, 88 figure it has touched just in 6 months, which has not done 3 days. And you imagine the next 3 days I will be having at least 10 more. So this, you see, the number has increased from previous year to this year. It means that society is so sharply heading towards the menace. The menace is so rampant in the length and breadth of the society as a whole, and especially in Kulgam. So you have got not only drug addicts, but the most horrible and the threat to the society. They are the perpetrators of this crime, who are the drug traffickers, who are the merchants of death. The most appropriate phrase will be the merchants of death in Kulgam. They are the perpetrators of this crime. The vitals of the society, I mean the human resource, is fallen prey to this very menace. So this is why this problem is not Kulgam centric. It is worldwide this menace. The world is under threat of this very menace. That is why this day we have. It is actually 26 June. And you see, in 1987, the United Nations, the General Assembly of the United Nations, they decided to observe this 26th June as a day to discuss and remember this this drug abuse day, so that the people at large in the world, they will be aware about this, about the threat of this very menace. You see how much alarming is the consequence of this abuse. That world at large is quite, disturbed and perturbed about the impact of drug abuse. So I find it an opportunity, an occasion for me that it is a day which we should have, we should have deliberation in the college where we have a grown-up audience before us to discuss the topic with them, so that finally they may become the ambassadors of the message which we are giving you today on the occasion of World Drug Abuse Day. I am taking you, friends, I am taking you as the ambassadors. Message रसां, पैगाम देने वाला. You are the ambassadors of District Legal Services Authority. I am taking you as the ambassador of the message. And the message is what? That this menace has a very drastic, very dangerous impact on the society. Come out of it. It is eating the very vitals of the society. It does not kill a person in a day. It kills the person every day. The society is becoming hollow. Your future is that bleak. Your future is bleak. Because the human resource is getting consumed, is falling prey to the menace of this very horrible crime. With that very message, I have come today before you. And then the legal aspect might have been dealt by others. I tell you, though the general provision of the bail is this, bail means to release it. If someone will get indulged, the provision is, the general principle which applies to the bail in such cases is that jail, not bail. Bail should be exception and jail should be the rule where anyone will get indulged in this crime. So through you, I am giving the message to all those, to the entire society, that I am not going to spare anyone at all if I will find him committing any such crime. This is problem. There will be no bail at all. The provision is also so strict to say the Narcotic Act, which has been enacted to deal with the crimes under this NDPS, is so serious crime, is so serious act. The punishment, do you know what is the punishment? It is 20 years. 20 साल के लिए, with a fine of 2 lakh. 2 lakh is the fine, and 20 years is the punishment. I find that some gossips are going on. Probably they are not. 2 लाख रुपया और 20 साल उसको जेल में. Do you see, if someone at the young age of 18, 19, 20 is unfortunate, he got convicted and punished by this court. The next 20 years, so he will be joining the society back after 40 years. So till then, his entire career is collapsed. What for he has to live there? And why such a severe punishment has been prescribed? Reason being, that the crime is so severe. So the punishment is what I say, is matching with the degree of crime. The degree of crime, you see, I have told you earlier, that is why such a serious punishment is prescribed. 20 years. And courts are very strict in this. They are not to show any sort of leniency to such, criminals. Because it is not it is such a crime that not only he is the victim of the crime, rather he has made many others victim of the crime. Not only individually he is the crime, he has become the victim of that. Victim in the sense that he has become very victim. He might be spreading, he might be giving the drugs to others. He is multiplying the problem, the crime in the society. So you are the educated lot of the society. You are studying in the college. That is why such seminars and discussions are organized in the college. That these are the young people, bright lot of the society, who are the tomorrow's responsible citizens, who are tomorrow's, the watchdogs of the society. Let a message goes to them, to the society at large, that this is the degree of the problem, this is the degree of the crime. Whosoever, you might be knowing, if any of the family, someone's brother, someone's sister, someone's cousin, because all those who have come, who have got indulged in it, are there behind the bar. They have come from the society of Kulgam. So counsel them, educate them, tell them, not only them, but all the youths, because they can tomorrow become victim of the perpetrators of the crime who are very much prevailing in the society. समाज के अंदर हैं वो लोग जो आपको मोल्ड कर सकते हैं, जो आपको किसी भी तरीके से इस क्राइम की तरफ इनवाइट कर सकते हैं. आपने अपने आप को भी शील्ड करना है, आपने अपने आप को भी शील्ड करना है अगेंस्ट द थ्रेट ऑफ दिस क्राइम and other family members also. Your known fellows, your acquaintances, your friends, उनको भी तैयार करना है इस काम के लिए. बताना है उनको कि beware, the fire is around, it may not catch you. ये इसके लिए आपको जो है आज ये जो डिस्कशन जो आपके साथ की गई, देखिए यहाँ पर साइकेट्रिस्ट ने भी आपको लेक्चर दिया है, लॉयर्स ने भी लेक्चर दिया है, अभी डॉक्टर साहिबा भी आपको लेक्चर देने जा रही है. बताएगी आपको that how your physique gets fully covered, how you will lose your consciousness, your mental balance you will lose, and what then you will be? What then you will be? When you will lose your hope, you will lose your hope finally. When you have lost faith, when you have lost hope, when you have lost everything, then what you are a dead person then. Even if he is moving, he is nothing. He is actually a dead person, because he can neither contribute, he cannot survive at his own. He is a parasite, and the parasite on the family. And then that very mother who has given you birth, who has given birth to such a son or a daughter, and if he has unfortunately become such a threat, and his level of problem has gone so high that he is hugely parasite, even she will start praying to God that now take him back. Even that very parents will start praying to God, take him back. क्योंकि कब तक वो भी उसको सहेंगे? How long they will bear him? जब वो घर में सिर्फ पड़ा हुआ है, कुछ कर ही नहीं सक रहा है, और यहाँ तक कि उनके लिए प्रॉब्लम की इस हद तक है, उसको अगर he gets weakened and crumbled to such an extent that he has to be even taken to the washroom. What for he has to leave them? ये सिचुएशन आ जाती है एक ड्रग एडिक्ट की. जरा आपको बड़ी लाइब्रेरी में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. You have a library in your hand. Just see what is the impact of a drug on a person, misuse, abuse of the drug on a person. What finally happens to him? Just open it and realize the problem. Friends, I am extremely pained to this situation which is prevailing around. You are required to be cautious enough. I have come with a word of caution for you. You belong to this society. You are tomorrow's guardians of this society. You are tomorrow's social engineers of this society. You are tomorrow's thinkers of this society, intellectuals of this society. If you will not realize the gravity of the problem, if you will not rise to the occasion, then I fear there will be a disastrous consequences in future. No one is safe. The way the problem is spreading in this region. Be aware and make others aware about it. This is the message which I tried to give you on the platform of District Legal Services Authority Kulgam. I hope you have taken it in good sense, you have understood it, you have appreciated it fully, and finally you will rise to the occasion and you will become ambassadors, so that let I get a news in days to come, even when I get transferred from this place, let I get this news from Kulgam that there is a new revolution which has started from Kulgam, and that very revolution, let it goes in the entire valley of Kashmir, in the entire united government. Let God Almighty gives you this very great and valor and strength, that you become a strong force against this menace in the entire regions, and let you become deterrent message, let you become deterrent force for the perpetrators of this crime in this society and in the whole valley of Kashmir. Let you take the lead, let you become the leaders, let the whole valley must feel proud of the Degree College Kulgam, that this message has started, that this message has started from the classroom of the college, Degree College Kulgam, that they have risen to the occasion, they have become a force, that they have given a clarion call to the perpetrators of this crime, that we will not allow you to prevail in this society, we will not allow you to exist in this society, we will not make you the merchants of death in this Kulgam. Rather, we are there to shield our people, we are there to protect our people, we are there to protect our youth and our new generation. We will not allow you to become the merchants of death, and this society will blossom like anything, and it will become a great message for the whole humanity, that the whole world knows that there is one degree college from where this message has erupted, has come up, and they have become a force, a vice against this drug abuse. God bless you in this journey ahead, which I hope, let a fire, what fire? This fire of doing something that gets created in you, against the very fire which has become threat to the society. Let you be that force, and I wish you best of my wishes. I'm here, till I'm here during my course of posting here, I'm always, my help and the help of my team is always at your disposal. Whenever you need any help from us in a fight against drug abuse, you will find us with you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your fiery speech. It was an honor for all of us to hear from your good self. I request all the students, if you have any questions, you can pose, because chief guest is in a hurry. He has to attend the court. So please, if any questions, please carry it. Go ahead. I'd like to thank him for being here with us, for this beautiful message which he has sent, and I hope all of you will spread the message, will send the message to other chiefs. Thank you so much. So I request quickly now Dr. Aman to discuss on